Are you an aspiring leader who knows you have more to offer but you can't seem to get ahead? Do you frequently feel overwhelmed and under-supported? Listen to the Overcome to Become podcast as we talk about actionable tasks and mindsets that you can apply to begin leading yourself. Hi, I'm Dr. Angela Buckley, your host and author of the Strength in Nature Leadership Series and Likeable Leadership Reflection Journals. I'm a mother, consultant, triathlete, and coach. In Overcome to Become, I share with you the science-backed and experience-proven lessons I've learned in my own leadership journey to beat burnout. So since we've been talking about boundaries, one of my favorite poems that comes up repeatedly and helps me with some of my visualization is The Mending Wall by Robert Frost, and I thought that I might read this through for you one time. Something there is that doesn't love a wall, that sends the frozen groundswell under it, and spills the upper boulders in the sun, and makes gaps even two can pass abreast. The work of hunters is another thing. I have come after them and made repair where they have left not one stone on a stone. But they would have a rabbit out of hiding, to please the yelping dogs. The gaps, I mean. No one has seen them made or heard them made, but at spring mending time we find them there. I let my neighbor know beyond the hill, and on a day we meet to walk the line and set the wall between us once again. We keep the wall between us as we go, to each the boulders that have fallen to each. And some are loaves and some are nearly balls. We have to use a spell to make them balance. Stay where you are until our backs are turned. We wear our fingers rough with handling them. Oh, just another kind of outdoor game, one on a side. It comes to little more. There, where it is we do not need the wall. He is all pine, and I am apple orchard. My apple trees will never get across and eat the pine cones under his pines, I tell him. Only, he says, good fencers make good neighbors. Spring is the mischief in me, and I wonder if I could put a notion in his head. Why do they make good neighbors? Isn't it where there are cows? But here there are no cows. Before I built a wall, I'd ask to know what I was walling in or walling out, and to whom I was like to give offense. Something there is that doesn't love a wall, that wants it down, I could say. Elves to him, but it's not elves exactly, and I would rather he said it for himself. I see him there bringing a stone grasped firmly by the top in each hand like an old stone savage-armed. He moves in darkness, as it seems to me, not of woods only and the shades of trees. He will not go beyond his father's saying, and he likes having thought of it so well. He says again, good fencers make good neighbors. Hello, and welcome to Overcome to Become, the podcast where we journey together to transform our lives from conquering burnout and embracing growth. I'm your host, Dr. Angela Buckley, and in this 5th season, we are delving into the crucial topic of boundaries, how to mind them, how to mend them, and ultimately, how to live through them. Boundaries are essential in maintaining our well-being. Without clear boundaries, it can be challenging to protect our energy, time, and mental health. I love to visualize boundaries as the fences in a yard. They define our space and create a safe haven for us to grow, just like a garden nurtured within its confines. In this episode, we'll explore not just the mechanics of setting boundaries, but also the beauty and artistry behind them. For me, it's like living in a cozy cottage surrounded by nature's splendor. Imagine a stone wall encircling a meadow filled with wildflowers, each blossom representing a personal value or need. There's an inviting gate with an arbor where flowers climb and cascade, suggesting openness and welcome, yet firmly marking the line between inside and out. The front yard, for me, has a traditional picket fence symbolizing the face we present to the world, orderly, inviting, and yet secure. Meanwhile, the backyard features only a stone wall, perhaps less guarded, but still definitive. It suggests that while some boundaries are visible and well-defined, others are more subtle, defined by respect and mutual understanding. And today, we discuss how to visualize these for you and create boundaries in our own lives, starting with understanding what they mean to us personally. Consider this. What does your boundary look like? Is it a lush garden with pathways and seats for reflection? Or maybe something more minimalist, like a sleek modern fence that offers structure and simplicity? In establishing boundaries, it is important for us to remember that they are not just about keeping others out, but rather about defining where you begin and end, a space for you to flourish without encroachment. Think of boundaries as a part of a self-care practice that respects both yourself and others. As we venture further into this discussion, consider how you can tend to these spaces. Boundaries, like a garden, require care and attention. They might need adjusting or pruning over time to accommodate new growth and changes in your landscape. Looking at boundaries through this lens can help us better respect them and navigate them with grace. They compel us to communicate our needs clearly, fostering healthier relationships and reducing burnout. Remember, bouncing back is a process that starts with understanding your personal landscape. In upcoming projects, we'll continue to explore how to reinforce these concepts with practical strategies and inspiring stories. I'm thrilled that you've joined me on this boundary journey. Let's continue to grow together, mindfully setting the stage for a life where we can truly overcome to become our most authentic selves. Thank you for listening today. If you enjoyed this episode, be sure to subscribe and share it with friends who might also be seeking clarity and resilience. Until next time, take good care of your boundaries, and remember, the most beautiful gardens are those tended with love and care. You've just listened to another episode of Overcome to Become. Thank you for joining me, Angela Buckley, your host, as we explored actions and mindsets to overcome the overwhelm and beat burnout. Did you know that when you learn to lead yourself, you can effectively learn to lead others? You can apply these skills in your home, at work, and in the community. If you'd like to learn more, join us in the Strength in Nature Learning Academy. We are currently featuring the Overcome the Overwhelm course with a 20% off coupon code, OTB2024. That's valid until the end of 2024. You can join me in my community at www.strengthandnature.com. and on Instagram at Creatively Efficient. Thanks for listening. I look forward to hearing from you soon.